Hey guys, welcome back, and let's talk a little bit about money. Hey guys, so here's a lot of questions that I get is, what does it cost to become a real estate agent? And that's a fantastic question, especially if you are working to save up a little bit of money so you can step out of your other job and actually go full-time into business. Or if you just want to get your license. So I'm going to review some high-level costs that you need to understand and you have to associate. So when you get your savings account all set up, you are good to go. So first things first, you have to get your actual license. So in order to get your license, you're gonna have to go ahead and go to real estate school. Now, it's not like you're thinking the traditional sense of going to a university, although I do know plenty of people who majored in real estate. So I didn't know that was a thing. I got one of those good old BS's in business, which didn't help at all in real estate. So you're gonna go to real estate school. Now, one thing to remember about this is just to get your license. You are not gonna learn anything pertaining to how to sell a house, how to understand the market. It's really just how to stay out of jail, how not to get in trouble, and how to do the right thing. So real estate schools vary. Most of them are under $500 in order to get into real estate school. Now, usually that'll cover the books, the curricula, and the exam that you have inside of that class. Now, the next thing, once you have gotten the class, then you have to go take the state exam. And the state exam, it varies in price. I know it's gone up a little bit over the years. Some states I have heard it's about $100, others I have heard it's about $50. So double check what's going on in your state, but at the end we're gonna give you a kind of an idea of how much it costs altogether. So now you're completely licensed. Congratulations. Now you have to join a firm. In most states, you are not permitted to just go out on your own and start practicing real estate. Instead, you have to practice under a firm. Now, the biggest reason for this is that they're gonna make sure that you are always in compliance. So in those firms, they're actually going to have compliance individuals who are double checking your paperwork, making sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, etc. Now, in order to join most firms, there is a startup fee and then a monthly fee. So, for example, I'm with eXp Realty. I absolutely love it, but even when I was with Keller Williams, they also had a startup fee and a monthly fee. They're both pretty similar. So my startup fee for eXp Realty was, I think it was $2 in order to, and the monthly fee is $89. Super simple, not a big deal. Now, for some of you, you might not be practicing all the time, and you might really only just want your license because you want to do a flip here or there and you want to better understand the business. That's fine too. And there are brokerages out there that have no monthly fee, or you pay $1, or you pay all up front. So take a look at what best matches how you want to go into business and what you're doing. For me, I wanted a brokerage that would give me the support, the tools, the systems, and the training that I would desire for myself and my team in order for us to get better at selling homes daily. So with that, now you have to get your MLS access. So you might be thinking, okay, super simple, MLS, what does that cost? Well, here's the thing. You can practice real estate without the MLS and without joining the Realtor Association. However, here's the challenge. Most firms are going to make it mandatory for you to join the Realtor Association because they are the ones that own the MLS, and the firm needs you to have access to the MLS in order to properly practice within their rules and guidelines. So, while I said you don't have to, you technically don't, but you also do. It doesn't make sense to me either. I don't like it personally. But the Realtor Association does own MLS, so you must be a member of the Realtor Association first. There is a fee for that. In addition to that, you're also going to then join the MLS. Now you might be wondering, well, I already joined the Realtor Association. Doesn't that imply that I'm a part of the MLS? It does not. So you also must join the MLS. Now in total, in order to start your career in real estate, it's about, I would say it varies, again, depending upon what region you're in, because guess what? Different MLSs also have different prices. And different regions might have multiple MLSs. So for example, there are certain areas of North Carolina where you have one MLS. If this is the city, it kind of overlaps this way, and then the other MLS overlaps this way. Some people are only a part of one or the other, but if you're going to be a great agent, you really need to market to both. So you'll have 2 MLSs. So here's the thing. Understand that it could cost upwards of $500 every 6 months for the MLS access. Now again, that's on average, so keep that into your calculations. So as of right now, in order for you to have gone to school, gotten your licensing, gotten into a firm, paid your first month at the firm, and gotten into the Realtor Association and MLS, you're looking at about $1,500. Now, before your jaw drops to the floor, when this happens, when you are in this firm, in this MLS, starting to practice real estate, understand the real estate industry and real estate business in buying and selling is the lowest cost to entry business out there with the highest percent in returns. So for example, you could start a small business, but you're gonna have a lot of overhead costs before you even make a dollar. And most times you're making maybe a few percentage points over what you're selling. In this case, we're selling items that are considered luxury items because they're homes anywhere north of $100,000. That means at minimum on each sale that you do, you're gonna make $3,000. At 3% commission on a $100,000 house is $3,000. So when you start looking at that, understand, yes, there might be an upfront cost, but it's gonna be completely worth it in the back end. So what's up next? Well, most firms are gonna make sure that you have a CRM or client management system, so you don't have to worry about that. They're also gonna make sure that you have the ability to find leads and training and things of that sort. So don't worry about paying for education perhaps up front, because you will have some of the basics covered. Now, the big things you have to learn when you first get started is, of course, how to write out contracts, what the actual process is, because remember, you're not gonna learn that in real estate school. They are just gonna teach you the rules, not how to fill out contracts, how to deal with clients, how to make offers, how to negotiate, how to find the business. Now your firm should teach you all this. Now with eXp Realty, I know our firm teaches all of that on demand online, which is awesome, especially if you're transitioning out of a full-time job. So what are the other costs that might come up? Well, one of the things you might want to do is change your phone over and make sure that it becomes a business cost. Now you might be thinking, well, I'm already paying that. Well, you need to start thinking about things a little bit differently. Anything that you're spending money on that could help you in your business, guess what? We're in real estate. Even our cleaning ladies or cleaning crews that come to help clean our houses or our offices, or our landscapers that help us with our homes, we entertain in our homes. Those are business expenses. So as you start to look at this, think about things that are business expenses that you're already paying and put that in another column. So it's not adding to what you're already spending, but now it's an expense. You see what I'm going here? We're gonna have a whole slew of videos all about taxes, so don't worry. So you might be thinking, okay, well now that I'm doing the business, what else do I have to pay for? Well, here's some other optional things that you would need to pay for. And did you see how I said that? Optional, that you need to pay for? I'm glad you caught that. Well, I recommend paying for some leads. Now, I do not mean Zillow, because they are overpriced and you're not gonna get anywhere with them unless you spend a ton of money. And that's not what I want for you. I want you to make sure that you can come in and be frugal and really work your skill set first. Get Mojo. Mojo is a call dialer. It's also a CRM system. I don't use it as that. I only use it as a call dialer. And you're gonna purchase for sale by owner, expired, for rent by owner, and withdrawn leads. Now, altogether with a single line dialer, this should cost you about $150 a month. That's not bad, especially being in my first year. I did $120,000 in revenue, all based upon spending between $150 and $250 per month on Mojo. Now, the reason it went up to about $250 is because I went to a triple line dialer, so I can make more calls in the same amount of time. Highly recommend it. So the next cost that you might want to incur, of course, are going to be lock boxes and signs. Now, don't overthink your signs at first. You don't have a logo, who cares? You're not sure if the phone number you want to use is there, who cares? When you get a listing, purchase a sign. Don't purchase 12, purchase 1. Don't purchase 12 lock boxes, purchase 1. You can always scale. And a lot of times I'll see people wanting to go out and buy the sweatshirts and the hats and the t-shirts, get their logo right, do all this. Those are not income producing activities. And instead, they are spending money on things that are gonna bring them no money back. Now you might think, well, Kayla, it's marketing. Yes, it is passive marketing instead of active prospecting. There's a difference. I would like to see you, as I would recommend to anybody that I coach, I want to see everyone spending money on active prospecting. So that's leads, phone numbers, systems that are going to help you make more money. But I would hold off on the passive marketing. See, you don't have a brand. People don't even know you yet. There's no point to have passive marketing on something where you don't have an active business. Always focus first on active prospecting on your funds, and make sure you do secondary your passive marketing. So active prospecting, passive marketing. Always spend here first. So I hope that helps. In total, in order for you to get into the real estate industry and really make a splash, I'd say in your first month, you're probably going to be looking at a total of about $1,800 with all of your leads, call dialer systems, signing up for your firm, MLS, Realtor Association, taking the classes and any additional materials you might need, and taking the state exam. This should set you up for success. Now, one last thing that I would recommend, make sure you have an extra 3 months of what I would consider your essential costs covered. So I'm not talking going out to eat or going out to the club. I'm talking, can you pay your mortgage? Can you pay for gas? Can you pay your car note? And can you pay for some food? If those things are covered, you need to make sure you've got at least 3 months saved up on top of the $1,800, so that if you are fully leaving your job to go into real estate, you know your bills are covered for 3 months. Because guess what? You should be getting your first deal under contract within the first 30 to 60 days, which means by 90 days, you're closing and you're making that first paycheck. I hope this helps. Make sure you schedule out what your finances look like. And if you have questions about what's going on in your state or what it looks like to join a different firm, or if you're at a firm and you don't like them, let me know. Put it below. I'll help guide you the one that matches you best. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.